Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Excalibur Roundtable Tech Talk. I am Mike Fuson. We're continuing our extended Tech Talk series with our friends from AlertOps and exploring the many features of the AlertOps platform. I have with me Cam from AlertOps. Cam, thank you for joining me today.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
It's always exciting when we're able to get together and explore these little features of AlertOps that make up this really wonderful platform. And so today we're going to be talking about heartbeat monitoring as some of the capabilities behind that within the AlertOps platform. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's show everybody what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. So heartbeat monitoring is a feature that we recently added to the AlertOps platform, and it's really cool because it exists kind of as a monitor for your monitors. So most organizations that have an IT footprint will have some level of monitoring tools, whether it is for application monitoring, database monitoring, infrastructure network, whatever it may be. There's something to track and monitor thresholds to identify when an incident occurs or when something's not working. Now, with respect to the actual monitors themselves, AlertOps is capable of using heartbeat monitoring to monitor your monitoring tools. Now, I have a few different heartbeats set up here, and I will jump into one and show you what I mean here. So in this case, I have a heartbeat configured for PRTG, which is a network monitoring tool that I have plugged in here. I have a URL, and essentially what we would do is configure the source system to send either a ping or some API call to this endpoint on a particular heartbeat interval. In this case, it's every 2 minutes. So within the span of 2 minutes, if we don't receive a ping to this endpoint, we will automatically generate an alert, kicking off an escalation policy as you otherwise would with your recipient groups. So once again, you can set up your custom playbooks for how you can handle different types of heartbeats, but this would allow you to make sure that the monitoring tools that are making sure your infrastructure is up are also going to be up at all points of the day.
Yeah, because they can't exactly monitor themselves. And that's the interesting thing when you really think about something this simple, but this is a tool saying, hey, the systems I depend upon to kind of feed me my information, tell me what's going on, are these systems online? Because the monitoring tools are monitoring everything else. You kind of have that single point of failure to just to some degree. That if your one of your monitoring tools goes down, unless somebody recognizes it, and a lot of times, I've known, like for us, we recognize it because we're used to getting certain alerts quite frequently. They're the alerts that don't mean anything, but we're going to see them every hour, and all of a sudden it's been crickets for a couple of hours. Okay, wait a minute, what happened? And that server rebooted and didn't come all the way up, or the service didn't start, or whatever the situation may be that takes that out. This helps us to ensure that we're able to continue to do the things that we need to do. Again, something that you guys have built into the platform, that's such a simple tool, such a simple process, but something that helps as a whole us be able to really be on top of our IT operations management. Can't really manage, do operations management if we don't have the data coming in for us to be able to do our job. That's very slick. And again, as so many things that you guys do at AlertOps, super simple. This, we're not trying to boil the ocean here. We have it taking care of a very particular task for us, but we've tied it into our escalation rules, our recipient groups. We don't have to rebuild a whole bunch of stuff. Things that we already have, we're going to leverage for these, which are really neat. And I'm sure heartbeat monitoring of monitoring tools. We can heartbeat monitor anything we really want to monitor with AlertOps, and so that lets us extend that infrastructure out even further. If we have none of our monitoring tools are able to monitor a particular device or connection or whatever it is that we feel super important, we could actually be monitoring that directly in AlertOps. And that's pretty slick. Very, very slick. Always fun to get with you and see these little things. And I talk to so many vendors like yourselves, like AlertOps, where they kind of think of this as, well, doesn't everybody do this? And then you find out in many tools they just don't.
Yeah.
It isn't something that was given thought, and it's a great additional feature. One more thing that you're able to do with a platform that you may be bringing in to do so many other things. So Cam, thank you as always for joining me and sharing your wisdom on the AlertOps platform.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Mike, for having me.
Great. We look forward to what we're going to see next. Very excited. Very excited.